Hello and welcome to a brand new series here on the T3chn0 J0ck gaming channel. Today we begin a brand new adventure on the Galactic Science Modpack. Galactic Science is a modpack by Caithleen and Chetwyndkid. Hope I got your names right, guys. It's available on the Feed the Beast and Curse launchers, so if you fancy taking a look at this, then hop along to one of those, download it and have a go yourselves. So I'm very excited to get going in this pack for a number of reasons. One, it's a hardcore questing pack, like Agrarian Skies, and quite similar in first appearances to Crash Landing at least, which I loved. This pack not only has some mods that I haven't played with, but the quests and the lack of some of the mods that I would normally use mean I will be using some of them. We start off with two books, and the first of which is about the open computers, which is I'm led to believe quite similar to Computer Craft, but neither of which I've really used. So I'm quite excited to be using that one. And the other book we have is our quest book. So, Earth is the past, destroyed by humanity and their need for power. You managed to flee from this disaster that was called human race and start life on the moon. Using your father's old moon base, you set up home, hoping to keep the human race alive, with the best of luck. Don't mind the tree in your house, and this mod pack was created by Caithleen and Chetwyndkid. So you set up home on the moon, hoping to keep the human race alive. Well, the lack of a lady T3chn0 J0ck is going to mean that's going to be tricky, but we'll see what we can do. So first thing you'll notice, we are on the moon. We have a tree, and we have a little crashed spaceship or little moon base. And the next thing you will very quickly notice is 1/3 Earth G. So yeah, jumping around and anything you throw, yeah, is going to go for a long way. But lack of fall damage, so that's good. So not an awful lot out here other than our tree and moon turf and what would appear to be meteorite, or meteoroid, rather. Inside we've got a bed, a microscope from Minecam, more than that later, some sand, this is covered by there is glass above us, and we've got a downstairs area. So we have a tree, so this is the one that's talking about in the book that we've not to mine, so we'll leave that well enough alone. We've got an oxygen compressor, an oxygen collector to collect the oxygen from these leaves, so that's why we've not to mine this one, because we're going to need to breathe. And we have this thing, a star harvester. Control for more into it. Harvests the power of stars, outputs at the rate of the star inside, activate venting mode by shift right clicking top face. Once the star is out of power, it will go critical. Better run, and some other information. So, critical star doesn't sound very promising. But I think we should start off with the first of our quests. We've already got two here that we've completed apparently. So, a whole new moon? Let's have a look and see. We've got one unclaimed quest in here. So, this is normally the place to start. At the beginning. Welcome home. Welcome to the moon, which will now be known as your home for the rest of your life. It was probably a bad idea to destroy the Earth. So, yeah, I don't recall destroying the Earth myself personally, but anything's possible. So we've already completed this. We've visited the moon. So we get ourselves an energy conduit, 2 heavy oxygen tanks, a can of food, and a star. That was a bit loud, apologies. So let's have a look. It would appear that we've got another, yep, thank you, another loud thing. We've got slowness and mining fatigue, probably because we're carrying a brown dwarf star, which something's low. I think the gravity well might be low or something, but it outputs 25 million RF at 20 RF per tick, which is a not insubstantial amount of power, and it's a reasonable amount of power for starting off, so that's pretty cool. Got some food then, dehydrated carrots, That'll come in handy. We could use oxygen tanks and some energy conduit. So let's see where that takes us. So we've got 3 quests available. Just breathe. Oxygen, something that's underestimated on Earth, but while you're on the moon, you're going to need lots of it. Fill your 2 extra oxygen tanks up, just in case. A task where player needs to have specific items. These do not have to be handed in. Having them in one's inventory is sufficient, or is enough, I suppose. And that gets us more food and some seeds, and either melon seeds, reward bag, or wooden pickaxe. Unless these things are spectacularly good, I'm going to be taking the reward bags. And if given a choice, I'm going to take the reward bag on the left, let's say. Yep, that's what we're going to do. So we need to fill up these oxygen tanks, and we need to pop them in here then. So that's going down because we don't have this powered. So we'll need to do that. But, yeah, there's a thing in here. Power up. And the surface are our next ones, so star container we need. When you was a child, your dad used to tell you about how him and his dad built a station on the moon. Something he used to mention was that he used stars to power the base. So for this task, you're required to get the star container. For this, you need to find your star harvester, which we have done. Then shift right click with an empty hand. Okay. To insert it back after, right click while holding the container, then the same with the star after. And that gets us dirt and bone meal and either a bone crook or dirt. And I think I'm going to take the dirt because dirt's probably more difficult to get than a bone crook, and we can probably make wooden crooks, which will be just as good, or almost just as good. So shift right click with an empty hand, and that gets us our star container. And we'll get our dirt. Cue loud noise. And what else? That just takes us as far as yelling timber, which means we've got to go and get that tree and stuff. And the surface, we need to get moon turf, 20 moon turf. Okay, so we can put this back in with our star after. And we've now no longer got mining fatigue and stuff. And that is outputting, current output. This is now sucking in oxygen and is now putting it into that. So that's excellent. So we'll put this one in a little bit and we'll start filling up the other oxygen tanks. That's superb. We're going to do that. Really excited to use this Minechem thing. From what I gather, it looks like a cross between Thaumcraft and equivalent exchange. You can break things down into their constituent molecules and elements, and then you can learn recipes and put those elements and molecules back together to make other molecules and other items. So that looks really, really cool. Excited to use that. Gonna get this. We're gonna make that axe that we were asked about. And do the normal punching trees and getting wood thing here. So make myself a crafting bench, a crafting table. We can't, we don't have Tinker's Construct. Gosh, that's loud. I'm gonna have to see about turning that down. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, we don't have the crafting stations that Tinker's Construct gives us. So yeah, we're going to have to remember not have things spitting out of a crafting table when we leave them in there. But we now have a wooden axe, we've had oak wood, and we're going to take a reward bag. And let's see what that's given us. We have got crap reward. We appear to have nothing. It gave us absolutely nothing. Well, it did say it was a crap reward. It wasn't lying. So, boop. And yeah, we've got Tricapitator. So, yeah, chops down the entire tree in one go. And I'm going to make myself a shovel quickly so I can dig little holes, and we'll put our saplings into that. I should have really used a crook I should have made a crook and used it in there. I'm going to put our trees down here a little bit. I'm going to start here, I think. Yep, there. And one, then 1, 2, 3, and fourth one. 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth one is going to be there. And then, see what I mean about jumping around? This 1/3 gravity could be fun, but it could be a bit of a pain as well. Okay, now we've got the bone meal, so we're going to bone meal one of these up. And do we have enough wood to make? Yeah, we've got enough wood to make some crooks, so we're going to need to do the normal thing that we need to do in these kind of survival things with S01E01. We're going to need to crook the trees to be able to get more saplings, and we're going to need to get string by getting silkworms. That's what we're going to need to do. These things are floating about all over the place. We're going to need to get a magnet as soon as possible. One of the things about this mod pack, it is a pure tech mod pack. There is no magic. There's no Thaumcraft, there's no Botania, there's nothing like that in here. So it's all about the tech. Chops us down. And we've got lots more saplings come in, so that's good. That's exactly what we need. What I might want to do in a second is I'm going to want to build this up a bit in a second and kind of keep this all on one level. But I'm going to take this bit down a bit. I'm going to level this area off, and I'm going to have our tree farm a little bit on the one level. The reason I want to level things off of that is because I'm going to take this step out, because every time I step down, I kind of float in the way, and I'm going to find that annoying. And I need to get moon turf anyway, so I may as well take it from that bit. Getting apples here as well, so that's good. So I think what I'll do is I'm gonna just get a bunch of wood from these at the moment, and then I'm going to clear out an area. So I think I'll cut just now, and not subject you to me whacking a tree with a stick for 10 minutes, and then we're going to come back. Okay, welcome back. I have been busy. As you see, I have kind of blocked off this and made myself a door. Yes, I know a wooden door on the moon is not going to be much use against keeping our atmosphere in or anything like that. However, it will keep monsters out, and as you can see, the sun is a fair bit lower in the sky, and I have been very busy. I've cleared out a huge area here, and as you can see, it's been hungry work. And I've got some trees on the go, and I've been putting some silkworms in there, so we've got some string, and as you can see how busy I have been. Considerable amount of stuff there. I need to get some food before I starve to death, so let's have some of these dehydrated carrots. Yep, a couple of them. Be sure to grab hold of the empty canisters when you've eaten something, because we'll probably need them later on. As you can see, we've got a good amount of wood here. I do have some tools on me. I've been going through a lot of wooden shovels. We've got some apples. We've got a good amount of saplings here. And obviously I made these jabba barrels for the moon turf and moon dirt. I was hoping moon rock as well that we've got here. This darker grey stuff here is moon rock. But as it turns out, a wooden pickaxe, although it can mine it, destroys the actual rock. You don't get to harvest it, so that's a bit disappointing. So we clearly need some better tools before we can start harvesting that. However, if we have a look in our quest book, we'll see that we have now got sufficient for completing the surface here. And then we shall see what else we get. So we get some more food and we get a reward bag, which is great news. I have tried tweaking the sound, but it doesn't appear to have made much difference in terms of the deafening volume of the completed quest music. Really need to fill up that tank. We're about out of oxygen on us at the moment. I've already had to change tanks once. I don't know if we've got enough charge here. We can put the sun, or the star rather, back into our star harvester and get some more power going in here. I'll just do that, and also let's see what we've got in our reward bag. Oh, another crap reward of absolutely hee-haw. Brilliant. Okay, never mind. We didn't need that. We don't need any help from reward bags and stuff. We're good. We're fine with that. So let's get this other oxygen tank. One thing to note when you are swapping over oxygen tanks is not to swap them both out at the same time, as I have discovered. Because funnily enough, if you take both your oxygen tanks off, you don't have any oxygen and you take some damage. So yeah, careful of that. So only swap one out at a time. This one's full. So what to do, swap over onto your Galactic Craft tab, take one out, put a full one in, empty one out, full one in, and there we go. Don't swap both of them out. It's silly. It'll only end in tears. So let's pop back up here. Let's put that extra food in this as well. So we're okay for food at the moment, but we will want to get a farm going reasonably soon. I did keep a little bit back there, but we've got some apples to fall back on as well, and I dare say that if we get some way of cooking them up, we can use silkworms as well, I'm sure, although I would prefer not to have to go down that route. So now we are at the stage where we're opened up to I like to sieve it. Also, we do have this fail repeatable quest, so if you die, you get your stuff, you get your quest book, a mask, oxygen gear, and an oxygen tank. Just a light oxygen tank, though you don't get those heavy duty ones back. So yeah, bear that in mind. So we want to be able to sieve things. So we need an oak sieve and 2 silk mesh. So the 2 silk mesh that go to make the oak sieve will contribute to that one, and then we can make our oak sieve. And we need to make an ex nihilo barrel so we can start making some more stuff there. So let's see what we need to do about that. I think if we get that and that, I think that will be sufficient. I'm just going to make a couple just now because we don't have a huge amount of leaves and stuff spare, and I'm going to pop them here like that, and hopefully that will have counted. Oh, it seems to have reset itself. How weird. Yep, we've got our oak barrels. Hooray. Do we want saplings or do we want dirt? We want more dirt, I think. We've got plenty of saplings at the moment. And we had 10 spare dirt, so we get a can of food and we get either string or silkworms. String or silkworms. String or silkworms. We have a can of both. Right, and let's make ourselves 2 silk mesh, and we need 2 sticks like that with planks like that, and our 2 silk mesh like that gives us a sieve, which I shall put, where shall I put it? Put it right there. There for the time being, that'll do. So, where does that put us with our quest? We like to sieve it, we're going for the left bag. We get 5 gravel as well. And let's see what's in our reward bag. Are we going to get anything this time? Nope. Still nothing. Okay, like I say, we can handle that. So, what do we need? Oh, we still didn't do this, did we? Let's go and see if our other tank is full. That one's full. Let's fill this one. So we'll wait for that to do. So we need Sipsco Civ expansion. There was a note in your father's book. It said moon dirt equals stone, whatever that means. But it looks like something you should try. For this quest you need to get at least one of every item from sieving moon dirt. So clearly moon dirt gives us cobblestone. Okay. Acorns, melon seeds, seeds, potatoes, carrots, pumpkin seeds, blaze rods, sugarcane seeds, cactus seeds, and grass seeds. And that gives us iron. I think that's something to do with Minechem, FE. And it gives us a stack of that. Okay, and reward bags. That's fine. We'll do that. That sounds good. And then get turfed. Turf, the moon's dust. I wonder what this would give when shoved in some netting. So sieving moon turf gives 32 sucrose and a reward bag. We've already got bone meal, that's fine. And we need to get bones, flint, redstone, glowstone, spores and gunpowder. Okay. And I need my rock. So we need to do moon rock through the sieve, which we can't get at the moment because we need better tools. Haven't tried, we don't have a cobblestone pickaxe at the moment to try, so we'll get that from doing the moon dirt. It said we get cobblestone, so we can maybe try getting some, and we get coal, clay, we get ores, well, we're getting aluminium, iron, copper, raw silicon, ice, okay, diamonds, fallen meteors, and lapis. And we get gravel, more gravel for that. Reward bag, can of food, or gold we could get. But we said we were going to take reward bags, but that's gold could be tempting. And then I'm seeing backup power, so we need coal. Well, we get that from sieving that moon rock, so we need to get cobblestone first. Then we need to do the rock, and we can get coal, and we can get charcoal. Again, well, we've got plenty of wood to be able to make charcoal, but we'll need a furnace, which is going to need that cobblestone. So it looks like everything at the moment is pretty much hinging on us sieving moon dirt. And let's complete that quest, and we're going to take our reward bag. And we'll put those back in there for safekeeping. Take out our reward bag, and let's see, an Enderman head. Not the worst thing in the world. That could come in handy because Ender.io is in this pack, and Ender.io does use that for a good few things, not least of which is Soul Binder and the Slice and Splice. So we would need that. Imbuing station as well. Don't know what that does. Vat, I'm not going to use it for the vat. Enchanting for looting, possibly. But yeah, I think the slice and splice thing, for making the slice and splice and the soul binder, I think are probably what I'll use that. We've got some more food here. Loads of food now, so that's really good. That'll keep us going for a good while, because these do provide a fair bit of sustenance. I want to make myself a hoe, just a wooden hoe. Dig up this sand. For the moment, I'm going to plant some seeds and start a little farm. Now, I am acutely aware that we don't have any water nearby, but if we plant it quickly, then it will go on here. I will just wait for that. So we do have backup food on the go, and if you have a look out here, the sun is now down. So yes, it's been a very, very long day, I suppose. It's been a good hour of in-game time. So the day has just ended and it's been at least an hour of in-game time. And it's now going to be pretty dangerous out here, I suspect. I'm not going to travel too far away, so I'm presuming it's going to be a good hour before the sun is back up again. However, the whole point of me clearing out that massive area there and getting lots of wood was so I could get my sieve and I could sit in here and sieve a lot of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to again cut. In fact, I think I will actually call it an episode, looking at the time. And in between this episode and next, I'm going to sieve all of this stuff here that we've got, and we'll be set up and have probably plenty of cobblestone and all the stuff that we need to get going on the next quests for the next episode. So I shall see you next time, and have fun. Bye-bye.